guys, so I finally finished all of the projects for my swap, and these are most of them. And I say most of them because I'll show you what happened. Um, so I am doing a one-on-one swap with Chellesunflwr here on YouTube, and we emailed back and forth a little bit, and what was decided was to do a swap of a couple of items. So the first one is a altered box, and that's this project right here. A altered jar, and that's this one, or bottle. An altered spoon, and you can kind of see it here, right here. And a charm. Oh, a charm, and then the last one was a bonus item, which was the crafter's choice. And we were also to pick a theme for all of the items so that they're kind of cohesive. So my theme is yellow because Shell told me that she loves sunflowers. And so I know that sunflowers are a very golden yellow color, but I chose yellow so that not everything didn't come out looking the same, basically. So what you see is all of the items that I made for Shell. And I don't know if I'll post this video before I actually send it to her so that she can't peek. But I'm going to go ahead and do this video so that I can get this out of the way and kind of move on to the next set of projects that I have to do. So let me go ahead and move some of these things out of the way so I can show you each item in detail, and hopefully this video doesn't become too long. Might need that. Let me go ahead and put this over here. Sorry for the reaching, guys. So this first one is an altered book box, actually. Instead of a cigar box, I told her that, you know, let's do a box that's larger than a cigar, you know, the size of a cigar box or larger. It didn't have to be a cigar box, obviously. So I chose to do an altered book box. And I've done one of these before. I used one for Amador's challenge. Hi, Amador, if you're watching. This is actually larger than the one I used for his challenge. I had two small ones and one large one, I believe. I bought this at Tuesday morning, and it was like a baby book themed, and so I just sewed the whole thing, and then I went to town. So what you're seeing is there's a lot of texture up in here, and this is some, what is it, modeling paste? No, Snowtex, sand, yellow acrylic paint, and something else. But that is the texture that I got when I did that. And then I started, I also laid down some lace, some white lace here. There's some lace on the back too. And it's the same lace. I actually cut it, and you can barely see it now. This is the large Tim Holtz Biggs die. It's the Tattered Florals, the new one that just came out. So now you can see how big the flower becomes when you make it. And this is actually the same die cut layered up 3 times, and I curled the paper to make this flower and put a big bling in the middle. And I also used some of that texture paste that I created to go on here. The paper that I'm using here is Authentique, and let me show you the paper stack in case anybody's wondering. It's Authentique, and it comes, I got this at Hobby Lobby. What is it called? Beautiful collection. And so it's all in this golden yellow, orange, gray kind of tones, and, you know, perfect for what I wanted to do for her projects. So, yeah, so the other thing I used is this Michael's wooden veneer embellishment. I covered this with embossing powder. I used my Versamark, and then I covered it with embossing powder from American Crafts Zing. And then there's a freckled flan bling here. There's a couple of them on here. This die here is a Sizzix Flourish die, and I just cut it out of the design paper. I also cut some of the leaves from the Tattered florals die. And I also have the regular size tattered florals die, so I used the different size flowers that are the 6-petal flowers and cut several of the design papers up. I sprayed the whole thing with some I can talk, smooch spritz. So if you're seeing some iridescence, that's where that's coming from. And also painted it with acrylic paint. I think it's the Craft Smart yellow acrylic paint. I don't even know the color. And there's some little resin bees on here too, kind of hiding in the flowers. I think there's another one right here. And somebody had given, actually I had gotten these from the thrift store in a large haul that I did that it looked like somebody who was a scrapbooker or a crafter had gotten rid of their craft space. So, and then these are all blings that are from downtown. These two are from downtown LA, and I think this is a industrial chic bling. So that is the outside of the box, and you can see I highlighted the binding too, and it's kind of, a fake box. And then the back, I had actually started the back with this honeycomb texture paste design using a stencil that I have, and all I did was put the texture paste down and used embossing powder on it, and then after it dried I heat set it, or I melted the embossing paste down, and I didn't like the effect too much, so I didn't want to use it on the whole box. That's why I only did it on the back. It was my test. And then I also added some of this is actually the lace, it's turned upside down, that was part of the front. And I used that on the back because I didn't want this to be dimensional at all. And so these are some more of the flourishes that I had cut out and I didn't use, and I just put them on the back where my handmade sticker is. So that's the outside of the box. The inside of the box looks like this. So this is the inside cover, and I added this rickrack ribbon so that it doesn't open all the way. Because there's texture paste along the spine, I didn't want that to crack too much because it was doing that after it had dried, and I decided, yeah, I need to do something. So it doesn't open up, all the way. It won't fall because of that. So I think this is probably the best way to show it to you, kind of. But anyway, because it's meant to be vertical, this is what I did again. This is that authentique paper pad. I have a very large butterfly applique because I love butterflies, and I chose to keep this one white, so the inside looks a little bit different from the outside on purpose. I distressed the edges, and then I also cut a slit into the paper and rolled it back so it looks like the flowers are kind of creeping out of this little flap here. And these are some Prima flowers that I found at Tuesday Morning, and I think these were the state ones, so like the flowers are representative of some state, and I don't know what it is. And then these are some Michael's Recollections white flowers here and here. I think these are from Hobby Lobby, this one back here. There's a Prima zipper pull that says treasures, because I'm going to give this to her filled with some goodies, and hopefully she, uses it as maybe a special box or something like that. I like it when people give me stuff like that because then I can store things in it. And you'll notice that a lot of the stuff that I made it for her is useful for her craft room. I know her craft room is yellow, so hopefully this coordinates with her craft room. And again, I sprayed some of the smooch spritz inside so you can see some of the iridescence kind of shining back. This flower, I don't know where this is from. I want to say Prima, but I don't know if that's right. These are some flowers that I got from, I think, Brides or something like that. They were on clearance, and I just bought a whole bunch of them because they were white. And then there's another Michael's flower right here. And that's the other side of the box. Nothing exciting. It's not, meant to be, because I'm going to put stuff in it, and I don't want it to interfere with that. So that is the box that I made for Shell. Okay, and I might have to go a little bit faster with the share. This is the another box that I made for her. And actually we weren't supposed to do another box. I decided to do this because there's something inside that we were supposed to make. So the other thing we were supposed to do is an altered spoon, and I decided to take my spoon and put it on this box. This box is a aluminum, no, I don't think it's aluminum because it is magnetic. Like a steel box. It's not heavy. I got it at the thrift store for 59 cents. And I'm just going to bring it closer so you can see all the detail. And I used this golden fabric paste. Fabric paste? I don't know. It's supposed to give like a paper look to it, and it really comes out when you colored it. When it was white, you couldn't see it at all. But if you use color, which I did, I used the Heidi Swapp mustard and the Diane Reevely yellow and orange. I don't even know what the colors are called, but those are the three colors that I used here. And I think I used some of the Tattered Angels yellow, but it's not, you can't tell. The Diane Reevely really comes out very well, and you can hear my item moving around. So here's the spoon. You can tell that's where the end of the spoon is. So you can still see the design in there pretty well. And the other end is over here underneath the nest. And I've been wanting to do an altered spoon for a long time after I've seen some of the really pretty ones. I think Karen, who is JB Lady Scrapper, I can't remember your name, Karen. I'm sorry. She has done some really cute ones. So I've always wanted to do a spoon, and here it is. You can't even tell that it's here. It's got the letters sitting on top of it. I covered this in that texture paste too, that golden paste that I had shown in my haul yesterday. I created this dimensional flower, and there's actually tulle as a first layer. Well, actually there's a doily ear, then some tulle, and then some of the rosettes. And this is kind of like the Vicky flower with the rosettes here. Not that dimensional in that regard. And then I put in the middle a crocheted flower, and then a metal embellishment. And this actually, I colored the center part yellow with a Copic because it was all white. And this nest is from Prima. These doilies I got from the Paper Bag Lady. And then these yellow flowers are from Michael's. This little this little popcorn looking thing is from a spray that I purchased, I think at Michael's. And so is the bird, actually. Isn't the bird cute? I had to make the box this color because I wanted the bird to pop. If it was a bird's color, it would be lost in there. So that's one of the reasons why. And then I took those metal industrial chic things that I got with Carla when we were shopping. Hi, Carla. And like twisted them around a chopstick and stuck them in as metal embellishments for the box top. So that is the top of the box. I also put some crocheted lace around the sides. This is actually already sticky. It came from the French General line, and I didn't think I would ever use it. Now I know how to use it. So that's what I trimmed the box out in. I didn't want to take away from the texture in it. So let me open the box, and inside the box is the charm we were to make. And I knew this would be a problem opening it. It always is on camera. So I purposely didn't close it all the way. So I created the box for this charm that I made for Shell, and it's my first chunky charm. So Shell, if you're watching, what I did was took these rosettes and just put them down with some repositionable tape. So you can use these rosettes. Just pull them out because it's not sticky at all. I just wanted them to stay in place so that it could cushion the chunky charm that's in here. And I'm going to have to make 2 videos. I will stop it, and then I will come back and show you the charm. Okay, so here's the inside of the box. All I did was cover it in the design paper again. I cut it up into a couple of different pieces and just lined the whole box with it. Even underneath this, there's like a polka dotted pattern. But yeah, Shell, you can pull these rosettes out. See, I just did it. They're not stuck down very well. All I did was want to put them in place so that they could cushion the chunky charm. And you can use these for your crafting. They're just cut two at a piece. So, oh, and the other thing here is this is a Tim Holtz clock key. It's 2 pieces. The other piece is on the outside. I cut a hole with my big bite. So I punched a hole through, and then this is holding the chunky charm in place. So that's what I did there. Okay, so the charm, this is my first chunky charm. So a lot of firsts in this crafting projects. So a lot of these, well, a lot of the chains are actually Arctic cake chain. So like this fat one here. And I just took them apart. The first thing is this lobster clasp. I got this at the Stitch Craft and Create expo that came here, the convention that was here. They had a lot of jewelry people here, so I got some really great prices on that. I'll have to go back. I think they're having it in this summer and get some more if they have those vendors again. So here are the charms that I put together. This is actually an Arctic cake, so I just added it here. I strung this bead, this teardrop bead, and all of this on here. This is an industrial chic bead, and then I strung these. This is a Jesse James bead, and then at the end I put another one of these pearls. And I had gotten a necklace that had a whole bunch of these on it, and my husband took all of them off because he wanted the necklace for a jewelry piece he was making. He had a commission that he was doing for somebody. So this is the next chain. Again, I strung these beads too. This is a little, I don't know where I got this from. I think I got this at Michael's. It's a bead landing maybe. But I put little micro beads inside of here. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, you get the picture. And then here's a little sun and a little pearl. And then I strung these as well. I'm trying to get this in focus. Here's a Martha Stewart cabochon. It's actually a locket. So Shell, you can open this up. There's nothing in it right now. And if you want to put something inside, you can. So I just added that. This chain doesn't have too much because it's really sparkly. And I didn't want to take away from that. I added this one piece here. Some leftover chain that I had. This again doesn't have anything because it's all bling. And then it's got a pearl at the bottom. This is one of the Tim Holtz ones. Oh, here's another strand. This strand right here is just mostly, oh, well, I didn't show you the end of this one. This one just has a little dangle with a wing on it. Another charm that I got. Oh, I didn't show you this one yet. This one has a vintage bead on here, and I'm actually, I got this necklace that had these really beautiful beads on it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got relief on the outside. I don't think I'll be able to find a bead like this again, but it had a few of these beads on there, and I really like the color. So I put it on a head pin that has a leaf, and there's actually another bead on here that was on the necklace. It's a little star or flower actually, and it's yellow too. This is a Tim Holtz bauble. Here is a wing with another bling on it, and then I added this little pearl at the end. And then this one, I think is the last one. This one's mostly pearls. There's another wing. I strung this together. This is a nice head pin. I don't know where I got that from. I think that's industrial chic though. Some beads, and then here's another dangly bit. And this one has a rose on it. Can you see that charm? A little rose charm. This is really hard to show. I think it's the camera angle. And then a feather, and I put a little piece of bling on that. So that is the chunky charm, and this actually goes in the box for Shell. And then the last two things are the bottle and the bonus project. So let me show you the bottle. This is the bottle, and I had colored this bottle with alcohol inks some time ago, and I'm gonna get the light out of my eyes here. I didn't really like the way that it looked, so I deconstructed it and then decided I would use it for Shell's project. So I actually, none of the stuff is original to the bottle except for the color, because the color, this is actually just a pasta jar that my husband had. He uses them to mix his paint, and I acquired it. And I put this big piece of lace on here, and then I also put some seam binding around the center. Um, and then this is really the front. So this piece here is like mega doily central. All of these doilies, I think I got them from the paper bag lady at some point or another. The only thing I didn't get from her in terms of trim was this little yellow, dainty, white and yellow. It's actually the edging that's yellow. The center part is white, and it's pleated. I don't even know where I got it from, but so beautiful. So I thought I'd use that here. And you notice that this yellow is a lot lighter. So this is a different theme, same theme, yellow, but different color of yellow. So there's some vintage buttons on here too, right here. And there's another one here. This one's actually made out of shell. So if you touch it, it's cold. It's not like a regular plastic button. And it's like that mother of pearl, but it's not really shiny. And then I have some yellow seam binding here. These are all, I think these are all Wild Orchid Crafts flowers. I created a little tiny spray. And then there's another button up here, and this one really is mother of pearl. You can see that it's kind of shiny. So this is the front, and then the top looks like this. And let me see if I can get better lighting, because it's really kind of washing out the color. So again, I layered some of the doilies on here. Again, use that same yellow ribbon that I have, or trim. Some bling is actually up here. More vintage buttons. Here's one of those yellow ones again, and here's a white one picking back here. And then I stuck a leaf down and some more flowers, and it's filled with little goodies for shells crafting. And they're not all yellow, so don't I couldn't find all that much yellow in my collection here. But anyway, there's a lot of goodies in here for you, Shell, if you're watching. And then on the bottom is where I put my stamp. So that is the altered bottle. And then the bonus item is another thing that I have never done and have wanted to do for a long time. It's actually started out as a thrift store find. It's a bamboo fan. And I got like 12 of these in a bag for like $1. So I put a hook on or a little seam binding on the back shell so you can hang it on the wall if you like. And I just finished the edge here with some seam binding. I didn't want to cover the whole back because I wanted you to be able to see what it looked like when I started. So I have used quite a lot of trims on here. There's some tutu trim at the edge. It goes all the way around. And then I have a layer of lace, scallop lace. And then I have a braided trim from the thrift store. The same scallop lace again. Some pleated trim, which is from Hobby Lobby, I believe. Some more of that lace that's scalloped. And then it's repeating the pleated trim. And then this fluffy center part, and I don't know if you can make that out because it's black. This is that scallop lace from the Paper Studio that's in the scrapbooking aisle at Hobby Lobby. All I did was use the hot glue, scrunched it all around, and stuck it down. And in front of that, and I know you can't make this out because it's so dark, this is the ruffled trim in front of that. And then I took some of the cording that is also at the edge and wound it into a circle to create like this little centerpiece here, and stuck a butterfly bling down. And I got this butterfly from Vicky. She got these in downtown LA for us. And I also added some beaded trim because most fans, like, this reminded me so much of when I was a kid. We had these dolls in the house that were like Spanish dancers, and they were dressed up like flamenco, I guess, dancers. So they had these big dresses, and the dress that she had on the doll was yellow, and it was like layered just like this one is right here. and I'll get to that. But most Spanish fans, you wear it on your wrist and you do that. So I added the little beaded trim for that purpose. I thought it was a nice touch. And then, of course, there's more of that scalloped flourish. A lot of this bling, well, all of this bling comes from Michaels. It's typically clear. I colored it with my Copics. That's why it's yellow or golden yellow. I created some stick pins for you, Shell. And of course, they're all yellow and grays and stuff like that. So you can use this to hold stick pins because it can hold a few of them. And here is a greeting farm image, and she's a digi-stamp. I don't usually get digi-stamps, but I thought she was so cute that I had to have her. And so I colored her with my Copics. And the other thing you'll notice here is this really beautiful bling. This has 3 butterflies and a very large yellow stone here. And I thought it was perfect for how she has her hair swept up like this. Behind it is, on the stamp, there's some yellow flowers in her hair. I thought it really went well with this bling here. So I put it in her hair. And she has her own fan. That's what gave me the idea to use these together. I already had this digi-stamp, I just had never colored it up. So I went ahead and colored her up for this project. I thought it turned out really great. And then this stamp here says, dance for yourself. If someone understands, good. If not, then no matter, go right on doing what you love. So I thought that was a really nice sentiment. And this is from Tim Holtz. I don't know. Oh, this set is actually the set that has the a pattern where it's like a dance pattern on it. So you see the feet shuffling from side to side. It has like the number 1. It has the dance steps basically. So if you're looking for this stamp, that's what it's on. And I don't know how old that stamp set is. It's last year's, I believe. So and then I add a few little pieces of bling in here that I had extra. So here is the bonus project that I did for you, Shell. You actually got 2 bonus projects because I did a box for you too for your charm. So that is all, and I hope you all enjoyed my project share. I am so happy how these turned out, and I'm really glad that we did the swap shell. I hope you like my projects, and if you guys have any questions, oh, one more thing. I do have the colors for the Copic for the image on the stamp. Here they are, and you may not be able to read them because my handwriting isn't always clear. The skin is E000, E01, E31, E93, BV00. And in case anybody's wondering, the BV00 is a cast shadow. So on your face, under the hairline, there's usually a little bit of a shadow. You may not see it in the video, but if you were holding it up close, you'd be able to see that. The hair is E57, E29, E49, and then the dress is Y11, Y15, Y17. So that is the colors that I used. So if you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment below. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon. Bye!